And I pray against disgrace. I pray against disappointment. I pray against failure. I pray against embarrassment.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for being a friend of this channel, for liking, sharing, and engaging on this platform. I hope that everyone is doing well and everybody's having a good week so far. So today, guys, I don't know if you guys realize this, but it seemed like blatant lying has become a thing, an acceptable norm in our politics today. Or maybe it's because we have social media and we can fact check and so forth, why, we find it so appalling that people can continuously just say anything and they don't care that they're going to get caught or fact-checked. I mean, yes, some politicians, not all of them, some politicians, they've always tell the people lies, but they were more discreet, and it was like they say things and don't do it kind of thing. And then we say, oh, the politician, they are lied. They were more careful and they had more shame that they would be fingered as a liar or as a pathological liar, But nowadays, there is no shame in their game. They don't care nothing about credibility. Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee, was going to run for president of the United States against Donald Trump. She's going to be debating Donald Trump tomorrow night. There was an interview with her, I think yesterday or this morning, where she was asked, how she feels about going into her debate with Trump tomorrow. And she said, the moderators of the debate, they need to be prepared. They need to be prepared for the lying. They need to be prepared for, the untruths, is what she said. And I'm saying, when we come to a point in our politics where we have to be saying to debate moderators, in order to get a fair debate and in order for the people to hear my truth, and so that my truth is not drowned out by lies and give people the wrong perception of me, you, the moderator, must be prepared to stop my opponent in his lies, know the facts, know what we're talking about, so that you can protect the integrity of debates, the integrity of information, and the integrity of our politics. The man you're looking at on the screen, Mark Golding, president of the People's National Party, opposition leader of Jamaica. This man reminds me so much of Trump. I don't think there's another politician in Jamaica that I can make a fair comparison with to say that, that politician just lies continuously without a care. It's like they're talking to a bunch of infants who have no idea about the world and what truth and lies mean, And that is how this man talks to the Jamaican people. You guys remember the first big lie that he ever told that turned off a lot of people from him was when he came out and said, our ancestors didn't come here as free people. The blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors. Guys, that is a blatant, bare-faced lie.
Our ancestors didn't come here as free people. Our ancestors didn't come here as free people. Blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors.
Guys, do you think that Mark Golding knows that he's lying? Of course he does. He knows that he's lying, but he believes that the Jamaican people are too inferior and too scared to challenge him because of what he looks like and where he came from. Even the journalists in Jamaica, there's not one journalist in Jamaica who will challenge Mark Golding on what you just heard and say to him, Mr. Golding, when you said our ancestors didn't come here as free people and the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors, what do you mean by that? Had it been in America, journalists would have been chasing him down to make him explain to the people what exactly he meant by that. But not in Jamaica. There was a conference in his constituency last night, and that's what I come here about today. Over there in Arnett Garden, and Mark Golding said something to the people of Arnett Garden. I had to shake my head, and I brought it here to you so you can hear it for yourselves. Mark Golding, I guess, doesn't feel too welcome by the people, or that the people are not too receptive to him. So he's telling the people that after he saw how badly the PNP was beaten in 2020, people are telling him in him ears say, come take over the party. And that him a tell the people them, you know. People, Mark Golding was the chief architect behind the sabotaging of the PNP and Peter Phillips, as what KD Knight said. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting were the chief people who sabotaged deliberately so. And I'm going to show you the evidence. That's why the PNP lost so badly. And you see, people who lie so comfortably, they're very frightening to me. They're very scary to me because they're so unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know when they're going to turn on you. You don't know when they're, knifing you in the back. You just don't know. Let me let you hear what he said to the people.
And I find myself in 2020, after we were badly beaten in the general election. Again, them turn to me and say, you have to deal with the thing. Think about it long and hard, because that was never part of my plan for my life. I tell you the truth.
So he's giving the people this impression that every time the people in the party hierarchy need someone to, take up a post, they turn to him. He explained, and I'll let you hear it at the end of this video. He explained that constituency produces the best because they produced Omar Davis and other former finance ministers. Now we know Omar Davis is the worst finance minister of Jamaica. But he spoke about how Omar bring him in at the thing. After Omar bring him at the thing, when Omar was ready to retire, there was a by-election, and Omar said, come in, man, come on as chairman, and the people vote for him to be the next member of parliament. And now after the beating where the PNP get in 2020, the bad beating, after that, them turn to him again and them say, come man, come take over the thing. What? It is rather interesting to see that for somebody who is the leader of the opposition, 1 year away from a general election, he's rejecting by-elections and he's standing in a constituency meeting with a room that is not too enthusiastic, a room that is not full to capacity and overflown. That's how party leaders draw them people. When the party leader is having a function, nothing else don't keep. That means that everybody must come and listen to the party leader. When you look on the podium, I doubt 3 members of parliament were there. They have 14, including him. And I believe there were 2 members of parliament. The entire People's National Party, they are aware that Mark Golding is not competent. He's not fit. Not everybody can lead. And that is why, being that he knows too that he's unfit and that he doesn't have what it takes to be a leader. He knows this, and that's why there's no enthusiasm in our politics, and certainly not in the PNP as we know it to be, in the past. So that's why now they're coming down on the government side about statutory. They want a corruption scandal to take down this government. That's what they've been aiming for, because they can't come on policy. They can't come on having a leader that is, fit and proper for prime minister. They can't come on those things. So they want to have another 2010 moment. They want to have another Bruce Golding moment, another resign, push out of office moment with the current government as there now. Another thing that Jamaicans must be aware of is that now that the FinSac report is out and ready, Mark Golding and Peter Bunting, they do not want Jamaica to see the FinSac report. They want to get a hold of the FinSac report. If they do, Jamaicans will never see what they did during the FinSac era. So Mark Golding talked about the party losing badly without mentioning the role that he played. You're looking at a part of the WhatsApp leak where they were lying to themselves after they lost the internal election with Peter Bunting. They're lying to themselves that they lost, but they're being undermined. How do you get undermined? You just can't accept defeat. And he was trying to do some other things to undermine and sabotage his leader. And that is Angela Brown Burke telling him, you can't do that. He was going on and on with his sense of entitlement, wanting to call the shots after he lost. And Angela Brown Burke was saying to him, Mark, it would be worse to do anything else now, and would also have been a nightmare if the positions were rejected to begin with. He wanted to tell Peter Phillips, say, if you not give our rise as them in a shadow minister position, we not working with you. That's what he was doing after he lost. He lacked the respect and the decency to allow his leader, who won the challenge, to take the party forward the way he saw best fit. Because when Mark Golding was growing up, they didn't teach him that. They taught him that even when you lose, you run like a bull in a china shop and knock everything down. He doesn't know how to concede and be gracious. He's a bully. That is the real and true Mark Golding, and that's why you see so many people in the PNP have either gone silent or left the party completely. It's why last night at his constituency conference, there were only 2 members of parliament there with him. The last thing Jamaica needs is a liar, a pathological, a continuous liar. Someone who lies and distorts our history. Someone who is an underminer, saboteur, someone who omits information to keep the truth from you.
Jones, a true comrade, who when was asked, he made way because PJ needed comrade Dr. Omar Davis to be the 3rd finance minister from South St. Andrew. South St. Andrew has served Jamaica well because we have put into parliament people who can deliver what the country needs. And now history is calling for South St. Andrew to send the first Prime Minister from this constituency to One House and Jamaica House. I'm Marky G, Mark Jefferson Golding, have the honor and the privilege to serve you in that capacity. Comrades, is honor make me what I am in our politics. Honor to you. Without you, I couldn't be here. From us, it's Omar really bring me in on the thing, you know. You put me on the executive, and through me love the music and the culture. And me know sir, that's where we really come from. They say, yeah, but I love serve. When you're ready to step down, the man them hard and pull me and say I have to step forward as the chairman. I say, boy, think about it hard. And I decided I'm going to do it. And I was truly blessed by the delegates, the great delegates of South St. Andrew, right in this room now. And I hear later, when Sister B and Dr. Davies retired from public life, there was a by-election, and Angela Brown Burke and myself were both sent to Parliament, and I became a member of Parliament and your representative in the Garden House, 2017. Comrades, since then, history has just continued to build and unfold. And I find myself in 2020, after we were badly beaten in the general election, again, them turn to me and say, you have to deal with the thing. Think about it long and hard, because that was never part of my plan for my life. I tell you the truth. But and say history would never forgive you if you never gave the people the chance to decide whether they want you or not. And I decided to deal with it. And I was truly blessed with the presidency of our great party and leader of the opposition. And now we are in the 5th and final year
Don't you just love how he talks as if people are always seeking him out to come and lead something or, to come and rescue something? It's very interesting to me that he doesn't talk of having the natural, characteristic of, being an activist or trying to improve the lives of other people. That's how a lot of people, or most people, go into politics. They go into politics because they find a cause. They find, something to fight for on behalf of people. And that's how they go into politics. But not him. Omar Davis brought him in. And Omar Davis tell him, say, come in, man. Come as chairman. And when that happened, the by-election, and Omar said, come, man. Come run for the seat, man. And then when the PMP got defeated so badly, which he caused, them said, come, man. Come take over the thing. Guys, make sure you're keeping it locked here. Jamaica Politics Uncovered, where you get all your political news, reviews, and updates. Make sure you're subscribed. You have your notification on. You are tuning into our live broadcast. And make sure you invite your friends them over here. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching.